Hi, welcome to Top Grumps, the show where we take your favourite characters, rank the stats, and turn them into a daft little card game, and we talk a load of nonsense as we go. I'm Lee, one of your hosts, and I'm joined by Kris. Hello, Kris.
All right.
And Kris looks like he's just about to drop the best app of 2025 in his little tech mogul outfit there.
Well, now that you've said that, I'm just going to take these off slowly.
Right.
All right.
Alright, Kris is back. Oh,
Hey.
Normal nerdy Kris.
I don't want to look like one of them pencil pusher CEOs. You know what happens to them?
Do you know, I dread to think what kind of app you would release.
Feet Finder?
Feet Finder.
Yeah. It's kind of like Tinder, but it just matches you to the nearest pair of feet.
Oh. Suck toes near you.
I'll workshop it.
Well, okay, so this is our first show of 2025 and we've already dived into sucking toes.
Yay.
Yay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So, yeah, what are we actually supposed to be talking about today other than feet?
Well, as you know, last week we did spin the wheels. Oh, no, wait, Paul told me to do one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the only man that I know that's tried to pick up a woman at an airport with his wang out, and it turned out all right. It is Burton from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my god, man.
But that's what I was writing about 5 seconds.
Oh, that proper threw us off. Jesus Christ. How do I follow that? Oh, he's got his wang out, man.
But
Yeah.
the guy that owes him money's called Wang, isn't he?
Yeah. Jesus, man.
I just put that. He didn't actually have his member out.
And he's got his porkchop express ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he drove his porkchop express with his wang in the back. Want to pick up a woman from the airport with green eyes.
Oh. So, who do you think's got the best feet in the film? If you had to suck one person's toes in this movie, who would it be?
That could be Wang's.
Wang's.
Yeah, the more delicate. If he did Kurt Russell's, it would be like sucking on a callus.
Oh, why would you not pick one of the women?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Could have picked Kim Cattrall.
yeah, Kim Cattrall. Can you just edit it so I said that at the start?
No. That's staying in. Oh. Oh, right. Keeping your wang in. So, who have we got? Who have we got?
So young there.
Did you? Oh, you've already introduced him, haven't you?
Jack Burton. Yeah.
I forgot where we were. We haven't done this for like 2 weeks or something because we recorded things in advance, and I can't remember how this show works.
New Year happened. Christmas happened. It's been a busy time, isn't it?
I just know we have a card and we talk shit. That's the whole premise of this show, isn't it?
Pretty much.
The jacket's coming off. I'm ready.
Oh, you need business.
Oh. Right.
Have you had some of your potion?
What potion?
That makes you slightly better at everything. You know, before they go in the elevator, that it's eggs.
Oh,
he's like, oh, try it. It's just obviously a goblet full of dry ice, and they're like, I feel less bad now.
I completely forgot about that. Like, I don't know why.
Oh,
the first thing that popped into my head was, have you seen the bad lip readings of the NFL players? And there's Peyton Manning, and he's going, I brought my potion and it's gonna work because it'll make me run, and you brought your potion, right?
yeah.
If that's gonna make no sense to anybody watching that hasn't seen it, but it's fucking amazing. But yeah, Jack Burton. We've already gone off on like 20 different tangents already.
Actually, before we do start, the way Jack Burton talks in this is weird because do you know Motley Crue?
Yeah, I love Motley Crue.
Yeah. So do you know the song Hot for Teacher? Do you know Waldo at the
Whoa,
start?
whoa, whoa. Hot for Teacher's a Van Halen song.
Oh, sorry, Van Halen. Yes, that's what I meant. Johnny's just like, my socks are too loose. That's Jack Burton talking.
Possibly.
That's all that was going through my head when I was watching the film. Where's my truck?
I'm just trying to hold back the rage of you mixing up Motley Crue with Van. I was going to say Van Helsing. That's a proper mix-up.
Yeah, did you just confuse Van Helsing with Van Halen? Oh,
rage.
That totally shifts the blame off me. Me, man.
Right, so as usual, we'll just rank through each of his stats: strength, stamina, reliability, intelligence, intimidation, HP. What's going to increase his strength? What's a weakness? And then always a daft little finishing move on the end. Mm-hmm. So, are you going to start off here then? Strength, what are you going to rank Jack Burton on strength?
As always, it's out with 11. But I've given him a 9 because he's a proper little scrapper, isn't he?
He is?
And basically, I was looking for like scenes which would support him being like strong and stuff like that. And can you remember the scene where he goes into the basement with when he frees all the women from that weird place where they sell the women brothel, and they're getting chased. They go to the bottom, and he goes to open the door, and he just sees loads of people behind the door. Closes again straight away. He's like, "You only saw me. Everyone died." There's all these people with like nunchucks, with spears and everything. He just shoots them all.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do.
He's got a machine gun. Just.
Yeah, he doesn't really show many like feats of strength in this film, does he?
No, but he does defeat a lot of people. So I would say that is a strength.
I suppose. I've gone off just like actual strength. I've given one less than you. I've given him an 8.
Right.
Because he is just a normal guy, but he is quite buff. Like not as much as other movie action stars of like the era, like I lift things up and put them down, like kind of Arnie Stallone, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's just a stacked bloke that carries a gun with him,
which is weird because I know truckers are like stereotypically they're like proper little fat men that just murder hookers and that in like gas stations, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you'd think you wouldn't need a lot of strength to do that. But yeah, he's pretty jacked.
Like, I mean, he does fight some people in this film, and like he just shoots people and they die. But if you put him up against someone in a fist fight, do you think he would be able to beat Wang? Could Jack Burton beat his Wang?
Yes, and I would love to see that.
Yeah, I think he would really struggle to beat his Wang off.
Right. What for?
And now he would just be coming at him too hard. Yeah. Are we moving?
Jack Burton is really good with knives, so I don't know. He's a good Wang stabber.
So yeah, I do. Yeah, let's move on. So stamina. What? That's me for stamina. I've only given him a 9. Well, actually, I've only given him a 9. It's out of 11. That's a really high score. He doesn't stop through this whole film, apart from like he literally has to be unconscious to stop running around. It's usually his own fault that he's unconscious because he's a proper idiot. Yeah. But he's always on the move and he's always doing something, swimming, running, jumping, climbing. So I've got to give him a good score. He doesn't take time to rest.
Yeah, I've scored him very similarly. I've scored him a 10 because I've said he just doesn't stop. And even through all the fighting, jumping, swimming, etc., he finds the time and the energy to dress up as a salesman and pretend in the brothel.
That's so ridiculous.
It's weird, isn't it? And he's just like, hey, I'm Jack Summers or something. I've come to buy a woman. Does she have green eyes? Wink, wink.
It is amazing though. Like,
yeah.
But so what score did you give him there? A 9?
A 10. Sorry.
10. All right. Well, oh, no tip touching yet. Reliability. Oh, back to you. Yeah, we're back to you, aren't we? I'm used to having 3 people on and having to rotate this as well. It's strange just the 2 of us doing it.
I know. Sorry, we couldn't line up a guest this week. But yeah, I've given full marks, 11. Mainly because, right, he does all of this. He rescues the lass with the green eyes. He helps his mate out off his own bat. Would you help your mate who owed you $1,300 and kept saying, "Oh yeah, I'll get you, mate. I just need to pick up my my wife from the airport." Gives him a lift to the airport. He pretends to be a salesman in the brothel for him. Does everything for his wang. I think that's a proper friend. Where at any point, even when he had his truck nicked off him, he could have just walked away and said, "You know what? This actually has nothing to do with me."
I mean, I think the other way around. Like, I've only given him a 6 because he's only doing any of this to get his truck back.
Not at the start, though.
I mean, at the start, I think he's just helping him out because he wants his money.
Yeah. True. Oh, I might have to knock him down a few then. 9. Yeah, give him a 9.
I'm not trying to influence you here or anything. But
no, you just made a point.
Fair enough. But oh yeah, even like so, going in to fight all of the bad guys, he's not even the one doing any of the work. Like, he's so clumsy and stupid, and he like knocks himself out by shooting a ceiling, and it hits himself in the head.
Yeah.
And his wang's doing all the work, not him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the sidekick of this whole story, but he's also the focus of the story for some reason.
Yeah, but to be fair, you've got to look at it where he would be nothing without his wang, but his wang would be nothing without him.
Yeah.
So they kind of need each other.
So he needs his wang. Okay.
At the end, come through for each other, and it's a good moment.
Oh God. Okay. Intelligence. Are we on to you here?
I think it's you. You, yeah.
Is it me? Right. What have I put? Yeah. So he's intelligence. I don't think he's very high in intelligence, but he's not a complete moron. So I've given him a 7, just trying to be mid. Like I said before, he is stupid enough to shoot the ceiling and knock himself out with it. But he's got some street smarts about him, but also he just kind of throws that aside, and like you said before, where he's just like, "Oh, they haven't seen me, just... that doesn't matter. They're still going to come in and start shooting the place up." And
yeah.
The whole thing at the end as well, he goes through all of like getting his truck back and then putting in more effort to save the girl, and he could have got laid at the end, but he's just like, "I got my truck back. I think everything's okay now." And she's like, "Oh, thanks for saving us. I would do anything." And he's just like, "Oh well, bye bye." And it's like, how obvious does she have to be? Like, how we made, like, unless she was like, "Listen, get out your truck. We'll do some bum stuff." Like that, unless she came out outright, he wasn't picking up on that signal at all.
To be fair, I took that as in, right. Like, every single living moment I've spent with this moment, I've had magical wizards after us. Me truck's been nicked. I just want to leave here. I don't care about the bum stuff anymore. I don't care about me wang. I just want to leave with me truck.
That is a fair point as well. So that is some reasonable intelligence, but I'm still going to stick it at a 7 because I think that's a like fair mid score, like high mid.
Yeah.
What have you put?
You're not going to believe this. I've put a 7 as well. What is it?
Oh.
Touching tips.
Oh. Tip touch.
Oh. I don't think we needed them sound effects, did we? I think it docked for a moment.
Yeah, I've put 7. Based on how he's street smart. He does go undercover, as in going at the brothel. I know I've said it a few times. And if you notice, do you know when they're talking about the plan to go to Lopan's hideout and stuff like that? They're all talking about, oh yeah, we'll go in and do this and do that and stuff like that. And then the granddad's just like, oh, Lopan. This is after he's tried to run him over and he's just went through him, so you know something's a bit freaky. And the granddad's like, yes, he will materialize and form into this, and you can only do like super spooky stuff he's talking about. Jack Burton is the only one to go, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
Everyone else is just an old man. So I think he's got a little bit more about him than everyone else in the film.
That's a good point.
But yeah, that's why I give him a 7.
Yeah. What about intimidation? I think this is a difficult one.
Yeah, for intimidation, I've given him a 9. Basically, because he is Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Massive bloke. He's done, 4 Aliens in the Thing. Done many other action things. I wouldn't want to... If he was trying to stop me nicking a loaf of bread from Tesco's, I would stop. I'd be like, sorry, Mr. Russell. I would have given him higher if he didn't talk, have the voice of the guy from the start of the Van Halen song, half a teacher.
Yeah.
Yourself?
What score did you give him there?
I give him a 9.
Oh, right. I've given him a 7. Like, again, I've went mid because it is Kurt Russell, so it is like, yeah, this guy's like, he's a big action star. He was Wyatt fucking Earp, man. Like... Yeah. Have you seen Tombstone?
I haven't. I've seen clips of him though.
Oh, Tombstone's mid. Yeah. But yeah, he's quite an intimidating guy and things, but I don't think Jack Burton's as intimidating compared to any of his other characters, which is why I've only given him a 7. Like, if he came up to us in a bar and was like, right, you and me, outside now, I would be like, oh, fuck, I'm going to get done in here. But he does look like he would give us a nice cuddle afterwards, so it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm going to get done in, but he'll not kill us.
Yeah. So it's not like too scary.
Mm.
It's like, okay, handsome man, I'll follow you outside.
Oh, don't hurt me with your wang.
What about HP? Is it me? What have I given him? I gave him a 40.
Right.
Like higher end mid. Like I think he's a very mid character, Jack Burton. Like I said before, he's not the hero of the story. Like he's just the sidekick, but
yeah,
he seems very resilient. Like he could take a lot of shit and a lot of damage. Bricks to the head. He can catch knives, all sorts. So he's going to be quite difficult to kill.
Yeah.
So I think 40 is a reasonable HP.
So I went quite high on this, mainly because I think he's a bit of a clumsy bloke and he needs a higher HP to survive.
Yeah.
I've given him a 59.
Oh, can he?
Yeah, I was 69, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
So 10 off full. Yeah. Main reasons why.
What about his strength buffs then? What's going to be increasing his strength?
Right, so I thought about, you know, the potion that we talked about before, that egg gave him. He only gives them all, and they're all in the lift, and he's just like, oh, I don't feel so scared anymore, and I feel much more confident, whatever the hell that potion was. So I think one of his strengths would be Buckfast or Wreck the Hoose Juice. Because imagine him after a night on that, then going to that brothel, there would be nothing left.
Is this what you were drinking the other night?
Yeah, I tried it for the first time last night.
I've never had Buckfast, so I don't actually know what it's like, but you hear the stories.
Yeah, that's what me and Joe were talking about when he was having it, because he had a glass of it. He thought, oh, it's funny this. And I was like, oh, actually, I'll get one. And then he casually mentioned, he was like, oh, have you not seen the stories of people like drinking 2 bottles of this and accidentally fingering the nan? And I was like, no. He was like, yeah, just take it easy on this stuff.
Actually, is that what I drank when that happened? No. That didn't happen. No.
That was Pepsi Max, was it?
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Oh, what did you just talk about this week on Top Grumps? Sucking feet and fingering your nan. And holding your wang.
Yeah.
I haven't gone for anything as interesting for his strength buff. I've just put having mates who know martial arts.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't have his wang, like you said, he would be useless without it. Or without him.
Yeah. It is quite lucky that everyone in... Where's it set? Los Angeles or something like that? No, it's somewhere else. Anyway, everywhere in the Chinatown where he is in at that time knows Kung Fu and Karate. Yeah. Weird.
But, yeah, like, he would be dead if his wang wasn't so hard.
Flexible in the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about weaknesses? I've put weaknesses, getting hit in the head with rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are probably weak to that.
Yeah.
But...
yeah. I agree with that.
What have you put a weakness down?
I'm just thinking, do you know that... was like, yeah, anyone would be weakness to that. Like, I should have just put bullets or something. That's a weakness. But no, I've put any sort of female attention.
Yeah. The way this episode's gone, I thought you would have said something like losing his wang.
No. I'll give the wang a rest. Stop on the women now. That lawyer, solicitor, whatever. Like, as soon as she locked eyes with him, he was like wrapped round her little finger. So he'd do out. I know he's like putting up a little bit of a fight, but he would have done it.
Yeah. What about finishes? That's what the last one, isn't it?
Yes.
Again, I haven't been able to think of anything great for Jack Burton because, like I said, he's the comedic part of this movie. Like, it's a very serious movie, apart from Jack Burton just being the dopey American that's just there and just happens to be helping them out.
Yeah.
So for finisher, I've just put, it's nice to meet you. It's so fucking bad.
Is my pun game has been pretty shit today. So yeah, mine aren't much better. But I do like knife to meet you.
What have you got for yours?
I've got 2. One's called the porkchop pinch. And then I've got which is kind of a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, Green Eyes White Dragon.
All right, I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh, but I know that reference at least to Blue Eyes White Dragon, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Green Eyes, and I'm sure White Dragon is one of the gangs in it.
It sounds like it would be.
Did you notice that? Do you know Wang? Sorry, but keep going back to the Wang. But do you know he owns a restaurant?
What, in real life?
No, in the film.
All right.
It's called something Dragon Blackpool.
Oh, no. I didn't.
I just thought it was weird because I saw it. I was like Blackpool, but yeah.
Well, I didn't even notice that.
No, he says it like mumbled a couple of times. Yeah.
So what are we going to go with? I do like Knife to Meet You.
Go with that, yeah.
Fair enough,
I'll
stick that
up
on.
the game for next week.
Have you got anything else that you want to say about Jack Burton before we sort out?
Move on to the wheels.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a pretty good film.
Yeah.
But it's not like it doesn't feel like an action film, does it?
Yeah, it's very comedy-like rather than...
Like a comedy adventures. It's kind of like a better version of the Goonies.
It really is. I wonder if that's why Paul likes it so much, because it's better than the Goonies.
Yeah.
Which is most films.
Yeah, well, every film, really. But yeah, nothing more to add yourself.
No, I've done a whole podcast on this, which, if you're watching, you can go back and check out the Big Trouble in Little China podcast on the Nerdy Up North YouTube.
I wish I was on there because I wanted to talk about the. Do you know at the start when they nick the green-eyed woman in the airport? Did you see the gang members' glasses? But they were just normal aviators, and they had like a tiny little slit made of tape.
So, what I was thinking we could do before we finish the talk about Big Trouble in Little China is reenact one of the scenes, and just like we'll do some of the dialogue. I'll be Jack Burton, and I want you to pretend to be Wang and do his voice. Okay. So you do your best Wang impression.
2 seconds. I can't remember what he sounds like. Can you just do a couple of what he sounds like?
No, that's all right. Right. So instead of trying to get each other cancelled, we'll see what we're going to be doing next time.
It's something new.
So yeah, we've both got a wheel. Right. Some slight admin during this episode, just because we still don't know how we're going to do this. Would you rather do 2 episodes, a character each, and then the 3rd episode we'll battle those characters? Or do we save like the fight till the last episode of each month and just we'll each pick a character from the ones that we've done that month?
Ooh.
So we could be picking between 3 or 4 characters.
Yeah, because you'd have like 2 each. Or you could I pick one of your characters? You see?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Oh yeah, so you've got a choice of 4 then for the 3 for the month.
And then we'll end each month with these guys fighting.
Were you asking me or like?
I'm asking you, and then people could even vote if they wanted to see who they want to see fighting.
Would do in the Discord.
Yeah, all 5 of our viewers could pick someone.
Yeah, we could just stick a poll up for a couple of days to see if it comes up, and we'll see. But I do like the idea that you've got a wheel and I've got a wheel, and my wheel's a little bit bigger than yours.
For now, I'll just hold mine a bit closer to the screen and pretend.
Are you paying to make it bigger?
Yeah.
Go on. I'll just cope with what I've dealt with.
Right. So are we both spinning our wheel today and seeing who our next 2 characters are of this month?
We can do, yeah. That gives us potentially 2 weeks to watch a film or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to go first?
All right, okay. Here's me with
First
my little
spin of the
wheel. Oh, mine's not as good. Is that on the orange one?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
that's a good one. This is the first double team episode. It's going to be Hitchcock and Scully from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Nice.
Because they have to come as a pair. You can't just do a single one by themselves.
I like that. Let's see who's potentially going to be fighting them. Gizmo.
Gizmo. So if these 2 come up in the poll, for who's going to fight. It could be Hitchcock and Scully fighting a gremlin or a mogwai.
To be fair, I think Gizmo, Hitchcock and Scully will be covered in liquids and piss. So that might be a disadvantage or advantage to Gizmo.
Yeah. Possibly.
Just saying. Those hands
even the
will be
numbers.
moist.
So anything else before we finish up?
No, that's it. Everything, I think.
Right. So who are we going to do? Who are we going to do first next week? Hitchcock and Scully,
first.
Right, okay, so Hitchcock and Scully next week.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone watching, make sure you like the video, subscribe, join the Discord so you can come and vote on who we're going to be having in these fights.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be a grump, be a top grump.
Hey.